This week's Torah portion is called Bahar, which approximately translates at the mountain. The Heavenly Father speaks to Moshe at Mount Sinai about laws that are specific to the land of Israel. We've previously learned that the Holy Land will vomit out any nation that behaves in a disgusting manner and destroys the household. Now this week's Torah portion shifts to positive behavior that will bless us and is unique to the land of Israel. Why is it that the Torah emphasizes that these specific laws were given at Mount Sinai? Weren't all of the laws since the Torah portion called Yitro given at Mount Sinai? Nobody knows exactly where Mount Sinai is. The two most popular theories are either Egypt's Sinai Peninsula or the Saudi and Arabian Peninsula. Both of these locations are outside the borders of the Holy Land. Wherever Mount Sinai is, it's outside of the Promised Land. Though Torah gives us this next set of laws when we are at Mount Sinai, which is outside the land of Israel, it affects our behavior when we are inside the land of Israel. We are held to a higher standard of behavior when we are inside the land of Israel than when we are outside the Holy Land. The most notable difference is how we treat the land itself. We return to the same question, what does any of this have to do with parental alienation? We learned in the Torah portion called Mishpatim that the Code of Laws opens with the rights of slaves, similar to the slave rights that we learn in this week's Torah portion. We also learned that the Torah introduced the concept of human rights, which was radical in the ancient world. All citizens, no matter what their social status, have the same right to build their own households. All citizens have the same obligation to honor their fathers and their mothers, even if they're slaves. In modern times, family court judges and court-appointed social workers need to take this exhortation to heart. Modern authorities give them a lot of power over people's households. Their decisions have the power to break up households. However, Torah holds these authorities accountable to reconcile broken relationships between children and parents, even if they're poor, even if they're slaves. Chapter 25, verses 39 through 42 states, "If your brother becomes destitute with you and he is sold to you, do not work him with hard labor. As an employee, like as a resident, he shall be with you. Until the Jubilee year he shall work with you. And then he shall leave you, he and his children with him, and return to his family, and he shall return to the status of his fathers. For they are my servants whom I brought out from the land of Egypt. They must not be sold as a slave is sold." We can apply this principle to divorce courts. Though the judge and court-appointed social worker have little power to reconcile a broken marriage, they have a lot of power to hold the custodial parent accountable to prevent parental alienation between the children and the non-custodial parent. If we apply the responsibilities of the slave master to the custodial parent, and the rights of the slaves to the non-custodial parent, then we can apply Torah's requirements to the prevention of parental alienation. All parties in the divorce file have a responsibility to prevent parental alienation between the children and the non-custodial parent, even after the divorce and even after the parents are no longer living together. Heaven will hold the family court responsible to protect the parental rights of the non-custodial parent, just like Torah protects the rights of the slaves, especially in the land of Israel. Whether you are a judge or a prime minister or a king in your own eyes, you are, after all, equally slaves in the eyes of the King of Kings. Next week's Torah portion is called Bechokutai, and it will wrap up Sefer Vayikra, which is the book of Leviticus in English. What are the rewards for keeping all of these laws?